Which one do you need to be out here by after? Need to be out here by 9:30 if possible. 9:45. Okay. I doubt if it'll be out here by 9:30 unless we switch it up. But we'll see. And maybe it's smoother than we anticipated. You haven't been very happy. Before we get started, we have previous engagement who also needs to speak today, needs to be out here by 9:30. Is there anyone on the agenda that would be willing to switch places with him? He's like one of the last ones on the agenda. No volunteers?
I can.
I can. Okay. Is there anybody quicker to suit? Would like Priscilla or Daniel, would they be willing to?
I'm gonna be around today, so I can be bumped back, no problem.
Okay, okay. If you don't mind, we'll go ahead and do Ashley first then. You're gonna be fast anyway, right, Ashley?
I think so.
Okay. I appreciate you guys working with us on that. I just was a little scheduling error, so if we can work it out without causing big issues, that's the way to do it. About one more minute here. Okay, it's time for everyone to stand and raise your hands. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Ashley, we'll go ahead with you first. Okay, thank you.
So I'm Ashley McCreary with the county TIF, and we are bringing to you a situation where we want to add back a couple of parcels where Decatur Mole is, because we've become aware that they're going to expand their operation. We had previously removed that because of declining assessed values. So I'm just asking to add these back. It's two pieces of property.
Actually, is this gone before APC yet?
I'm sorry.
Is
Yes,
this
it
gone
has.
before airplane? Okay.
Yes, it has. They had no issues.
Shane is not here. He's actually in the mountains of Tennessee and said he couldn't join via Zoom. I don't think he's on there. So there's just two of us today. Bob, do you want to any discussion on this, or want to make a motion to allow them to add that property back onto the county TIF?
I'll make a motion that added back on.
Also,
There's a resolution in the package to adopt.
on this. So
And
when there's
so
only two commissioners here involved makes the motion, do I have to say seconded or do I say unanimous?
Well, technically, you can say second and then all those in favor, so.
Okay, so I second it and all those in favor?
Yeah.
Okay. So do we also need to make a motion to approve the resolution or is that just a given because?
I would motion to adopt the resolution.
Okay, do I have a motion to adopt the resolution?
I'll make a motion to adopt it.
I'll second it. All those in favor?
thank you.
Do you want this actually, or is this going to you?
Kathy sent it to you, actually.
That'd be great.
Okay. Thanks again for the help.
Thank you. Okay, next up, Priscilla Drew. Morning.
I stepped into the director's role in April, but I have been with the agency for almost 8 years. As explained in our letter, I'm asking for your financial support in the amount of $15,000 for the upcoming year. The rising cost of client needs, operating expenses, utilities, and the competitive job market has had an impact on our agency. We are spending more on utilities, food, toiletries than in the past. Generally, donations cover toiletries and paper goods, but unfortunately, people do not have the means to donate as they used to. We feel obligated to give our experienced staff slight raises in order to retain them as employees. And although expect a small increase in cost, it's difficult to predict the economy when we write our biennial grants. This funding will help us continue to provide our community with local services in order to break free from domestic violence. Thank you for your time and consideration. That's it.
What did we do last year on that? That's what you know.
That was 10.
It was 10. Do you need to know today?
You can let us know.
Since Shane's not here. and
I
she's
think
out-
we table it until.
Yeah. I think the reason being is just because it's an increase of like $5,000 and I want to be sure like all three of us will want to do that. So,
That's fine, I understand.
So I'll make a table it.
okay, we appreciate what you do for us.
Thank
sir.
you. Well,
And
thank
then,
you.
I'll second that. All those in favor?
Have a good day.
You too.
Thanks.
Next up, Malcolm Daniel.
Thanks for having me. I'm here today because we submitted a proposal to continue to do the cost allocation plan with the auditor's office. And just a real brief history, we've been doing the cost plan since 2007, and we've been able to bring in over $600,000 back into the county general fund. So the nice thing, cost allocation plan, the fee we recommend be paid for out of this, what we call incentive money, Fund 8895. It's a county incentive fund that can only be used for 40 related expenditures. That's it. At the end of March, the county had $181,000 in that fund. That fund grows about $11,000 each year in quarterly installments of about $2,800. So Malcon is proposing to continue to do the cost allocation plan from 2022 through 2024, pay for that fee out of the county incentive funds and bring the general fund money back to reimbursement. Last year alone, we were able to bring in $78,000 into the county general fund. And again, that's money that can be used for whatever you guys want, unrestricted.
Where typically do you recover that money from?
So the Title 40 program, the clerk and the prosecutor's office have to directly claim. So basically any dollar that they spend on the Title 40 program, they reimburse a direct 66%. Malcolm comes in and looks at all the indirect costs that are associated with that. How much does it cost to do payroll? How much does it cost to heat the building? How much for the security over in the courthouse? How much for commissioner's time? Everything gets factored in, and then that's where we determine, here's how much money is owed to Jennings County through this program. So the money is already spent. So we basically, we look at all of the expenses, all the funds, and see what was touching what and how it related to the Title 40 program. So we'll look at things again, like security, auditor's time, treasurer, clerk's office, prosecutor's office, things like that. And I'm here today to actually do some work to dig through some claims to ensure that we have all of the information we need to ensure that it's audit defendable, because that's the number one thing with these programs. They are increasingly scrutinized each year. So we want to ensure that we have all of our ducks in a row on that.
Okay. Is there anyone who wants to make a public comment about? I mean, I've always thought it was.
It's hard as it's again, if you.
I don't have to use the
it
term
makes money.
over because it kind of,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
anyway.
yeah. I mean, all it does is generate money, and it's already money that's been expended.
Yeah.
And again, the fee being paid for out of Fund 8895, at this rate, that fund is still going to grow, and it can only be used for 40-related expenses, which is what we do on this program.
So do I have a motion to go ahead and let Malcolm,
I'll make a motion, we'll go ahead with it.
all second it, all those in favor?
Excellent. And then we'll just get a copy back from Tessa at some point if that works for you guys, and we'll go from there.
That's what I was gonna ask, is Alex the senior agreement?
Oh, yeah.
You
I
have.
think, yeah, we sent it on, so hopefully, yeah.
Okay.
Excellent. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
There is an agreement.
There is one.
Right here, it should be.
Next up is Junior Hines Junior. If you want to go ahead and get ready while we sign this contract, we'll.
Got an ordinance on the noise and stuff, I want you to look at it and see if it's a law or what it is. We've had a lot of noise and stuff out, mufflers, no mufflers. Do you know what it is here, Matt?
We'll bring it up. We'll- I remember this. Guess I should, it was on the figure.
Just wondering if that's a law or just,
You want to give us like, without using names, give us like some specifics of the issues that you're dealing with here?
yeah, running vehicles, no mufflers on straight pipe. They don't have Cadillac converters, that's polluting the air. And guy can't sleep in the night. I mean, guy lives 30 feet off the road. We go by and check the window lights.
So it's one person,
You know, there's about 4 or 5 of them.
4 or 5 people? Okay.
You know, it's getting out of hand. I can't get anything better. I mean, that's what I want to talk to you about, see if you can.
So you've tried the sheriff's department then? Okay, can you give me, hold on a second here, what's the main road number where they could be actually caught?
Well, 500 north. Yeah. He lives on 500 north, I live on 580 north. And the other boy lives on 600 north. There was a lot more complaining, but he had to work today. We had brought him in. There's more people there to sit here with.
Okay. Okay.
Can you call the sheriff?
Yeah.
That's a waste of your time.
Well, if I recall correctly, the sheriff asked for this work, didn't he? This is before my time, but I thought the sheriff asked
I
for
think it was the current sheriff that asked for that.
Yeah, I asked him one time if he could come out and maybe do something. He told me he didn't have time to babysit. You know, thank you, guys.
All right, I appreciate
it.
it.
Junior, you can have this copy back if you want it. You want this copy back?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. I remember that.
Keep calling.
And then we got talking about it. I remember before, but I'm like, yeah.
Oh, junior high. I heard he's called her dad.
Yeah, I'm glad they did put up speed limit signs out there. It doesn't really good, they just keep running by. I appreciate it for them.
So what is the speed limit on it, 35?
That's a good catch for that. 15 minutes.
On road map, we had former run over her husband out there to kill him. I'm afraid somebody else will be killed, and we'll get something.
She ran over her own husband?
She's still living down there, and I put drove, she was drunk, rolled over him, and she fell off the tree.
So I know that, I know what I'm talking about.
No, she doesn't even have a driver's license.
That's like a no-brainer, they could stop that immediately. Well, I don't know.
I'll make a couple phone calls after
No,
the
you
meeting.
don't need to sign up.
Thank you, guys.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Next up, Thrive Alliance.
Hi, good morning. This is Sue Lamborn from Thrive Alliance. Thanks for having me. I did send out letters to you guys, I believe yesterday, for a request again for 2023. We did have new census numbers that came in, of course, with Jennings County and all our counties. And we did update them. What this does, your funding helps us with a match that's required by the feds, basically. And the match that is that we do request in Jennings County is about 25,000. That's not all from the commissioners. We are requesting 15,000 this year. I'm sorry, for next year. Last year and this year, we were able to offset the cost in Jennings County by an anonymous donor that did target that county. We were able to do food boxes and some dementia supportive systems down there. Last year, you gave us $7,500 for the match allocation. We do want to continue to do some expansion of services down there. Especially with things opening up with COVID in terms of meal sites, etc. So with that, I thank you for listening to me.
Was there any expansion of services from 2020 to 2021?
From 2020 to 2021, no, there was not, because of COVID. That's when COVID hit us up. We had to close down meal sites, which we were required to do by the state. And we reopened the meal sites in September 2021.
So do you have a plan of the services that you would like to expand?
We want to expand our meal sites, and we want to expand our dementia supportive services, which we've done a lot of down there already with robotic pets and music and memory, as well as having a dementia navigator to navigate some people that are living with dementia and their family through the system.
I guess I would, since this is an increase also, Bob.
I think we would table it until next meeting and let Shane,
Weigh in on it also.
Yeah.
Okay,
so I'll make a motion to table it.
okay. I'll second the motion. All those in favor? We appreciate your time. We appreciate what you do for us, but we're actually missing one commissioner. So since this is quite a substantial increase that you're asking for over what we did last year, we want to give the other commissioners an opportunity to weigh in on it, so we're gonna table, we'll vote on it in the next meeting.
Okay, thank you so much. Have a great day, everyone.
Next up, senior center.
Hi, my name is Mary Collins. Sandy was supposed to be here, but unfortunately Sandy has COVID and couldn't be here. I fixed up a spreadsheet a spreadsheet for you, which I handed, which you should have there. Looking over what meals we served at the senior center last year and this year, we were closed down. We were only open 7 months last year, and we've already missed some this year. But if you look at the totals of the meals that we've served for 21, just in those months that we were open, we served 2,412 meals to 512 individuals. And if you figure $3 per meal, right now we're doing grab and go meals. We haven't gone back to dine in, and that's what we hope to start again. Because the senior center is a very important organization, I think, for Jennings County. And not only can we feed the seniors who come in, it's also a social time for them. Before COVID, we were having 35 to 40 people come in 4 days a week to eat. And they would sit down and talk, and it was a social time for them. So it's an important time for seniors to be able to get out and visit with others. And COVID has just shut that down. And there are a lot of seniors that just are not able to get out and socialize. But anyway, back to what we're doing here with the meals. If you look, the 6 months that we've been open this year, and in May, we were only open 1 week. We had to shut down. Well, our construction out front shut us down for most of May there. But we've already served 2,847 meals to 526 individuals. And the reason there are more meals than individuals is because we allow them to take 2 meals when they come in and get something. So they have one for lunch and they have one for the evening meal. So we're providing a service. And if you look at the bottom part there, I wrote down what our goals are for, well, I said 22, but our future goal is we hope to get back to 50 dine-in meals per day, 4 days per week. Right now, we're doing 3 days per week. And if you look at that, I figured out how many meals, how much that's going to cost us. And right now, we have hired a cook. The senior centers run on volunteers. The only paid employee we have right now is a cook, of which we needed somebody, because you can't depend on volunteers to be there all the time, every day. So we've hired a cook. And another thing, the reason I am here basically is right now we do not have an executive director. So the board of directors are dividing up the responsibilities for keeping the senior going. And we hope to hire an executive director to help us get back in the groove kind of again soon. But right now we're back to 100 members. Before COVID, we had nearly 200 members. So if you look at our financial, what I put down there for finances, we really need some financial support from others because the center runs on donations and grants, basically. So we need some help from others in the county. So we are asking for your financial support of up to $20,000 if you can do it. Because if you look, our food cost for a year there is over $28,000. And plus paying for the cook is $11,000. And then when we get an executive director, which we desperately need, because I said, we run on volunteers and we need somebody that's there all the time that can pull all our volunteers together. But that is what we're asking.
What is the executive director's pay?
Well, right now, we're going to start it out at $15 per hour. I mean, I'm not sure what it was before. I haven't been on the board that long, but right now we're going to try and find somebody at $15 per hour and 20 hours per week. And see what we can go from there. Because that's another thing, the amount of money that we are going to have to pay them, we've got to find more financial support and grants coming in to even cover that director.
So you don't know what the executive director's pay was?
No, I don't. No, I-
I just surmise that you're gonna have a problem with the executive director looks and they're getting paid $15 an hour,
Well,
20 hours a week, and that's the exact same thing you're paying Cook.
well, that's true too. You're right, that's true too. And I thought, perhaps we should be calling that an office manager. An office manager we might find someone more willing to take on an office manager's position than, and the director, executive director's position too. But that's something the board of directors, we are discussing and haven't come up with a solution yet. But in order to keep it going, even the board of directors, we are keeping it going because it is an important organization to be able to feed these seniors.
This is probably a question for Sandy because
Yes,
she probably remembers, and I'm not sure you were here, but I don't know if it was last year or the year before. I remember we only had so much money that we could give.
yes.
And I think you guys in Thrive Alliance, like, hashed it over and agreed to split the money that we had available. Does that sound correct, or have I like?
It sounds correct, but Sandy, she is requesting that we not split with them this year because of the number of meals that we are planning on doing and the cost, what it's gonna cost us, that we need more. So she said, we're asking that we don't split it this year.
That's where I was going with that question.
Yes.
You just worded it a little differently than what I did. That's okay.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Okay, do you know what did we have 15,000 and we split it 7,500 each?
Yeah.
That's what we had. My calls are carrying. I'm not just sitting here like I'm actually thinking. Alex, can you specify a moment? Give us a yearly report. Dave, do you have any ideas?
Yes,
Huh?
I would wait till we get our information back to the state before we commit to anything. And when we get that information back, then we can make that educated decision. And what we do financially.
Yeah, but I don't want to miss them getting, or us getting it into the budget process.
You won't miss it. You're in great shape, we're in good shape, you got time. That'd give you a better idea of where we're at. You just wait for that.
I think what we talked about last time when Sandy was in here was we really like to see the money goes directly to food. We don't really want to get into the game of paying for the cook or paying for the executive director. So whatever we decide to do, I think it was the common consensus last time that we just wanted to see to it that ours went towards helping you out with the meals for the seniors.
Okay, and that's why, when we did this, figured out exactly what we think it's gonna cost us for food alone. So
That's very
you have
helpful
those figures.
when you guys have stuff broke down like that, so I appreciate you doing that. So I guess, Bob, I guess I hate tabling all this stuff at one time, but if Dave says we're better off to wait until we hear back from the state, because we want to give you all we can, and hopefully increase over last year. I really don't want to completely leave out Thrive Alliance. I do realize that they're, maybe they weren't able to do what they wanted to do last year, but I do kind of hope that they kind of ramp it up in the future. So I really don't want to leave them completely out.
I'll table till next meeting.
Okay.
Until we find out from the state.
We'll have that question in a couple days.
Couple days?
Yeah, yes, we're real close.
Okay.
So I'll table it until next meeting then.
So Tessa, can you have all that for us in the next meeting? What Dave's talking about?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'll second Bob's motion and all those in favor. Okay. We'll try to let you know next meeting.
Thank
Thank you, ladies, for what you do. I appreciate it. Everyone appreciates it. Is Tim Hunt on the? Okay, we'll skip Tim then. Tessa, you want to go ahead and go?
Yeah. There was an error on the meeting minutes for 4/28 of 22, 5/12 of 22, 5/26 of 22, and 6/2 of 22, where it names Bob Wilhite as the vice president instead of Shane Boswell. And so
Do I have a motion to correct those minutes?
I'll make a motion to correct them.
I'll second that. All those in favor?
thank you.
Next step, Katie.
Is this for the contract? It's the same thing that we've done since 15-16. It's just a new year. It starts July 1, goes to January, end of in the end of June of 23. So it's, this one's 22 to 23. It's services we already do. We do them on our own time. We just need your guys' signatures and our board is already on board, but we just didn't have the contracts in time to get them to sign it at our last meeting, so we will have our board president will come in and sign it. And Dr. June will sign it on Wednesday.
I'm glad to hear your board's on board.
They're on board, yes. Our board president will be in later.
You reviewed the contract, it's basically the same as what it was. Okay.
Yep.
Is it in here? Right here? Do I have a motion to sign the contract?
Sure. I'll make a motion to sign.
A second, all those in favor?
Yep.
All right. That's it. That's what I did.
Unfortunately, we got to wait on Alex to get back because we only have one person left on the agenda. The person's missing, so we don't know if they're coming or not. Bear with us for a minute. Does anyone else have anything that they want to address the board while we're waiting? Kathy, you got anything?
I always could. It's not.
I'm on, I got ears nice. Just wanted to let you know that the CSL project for Ready was moved forward yesterday with the regional committee in the state. So there's some tweaking to be done. So that is moving forward. All of our Ready projects are moving forward. We are in the process now. Kind of why I'm here today, kind of off, not on the agenda or officially or anything, is that we are looking for Ready 2. The governor has declared that they are going forth in the next budget cycle to request additional funds to be what's called Ready 2. We're hopeful that the funds will not be Fed funds, they would be state funds. If that's the case, we may have a little bit more leeway, or there may be more things that are eligible, given that the funds would be state and not federal funds. So I'm starting the process kind of to start finding out what you guys projects you guys are looking at, or kind of wanting to connect with what you or one of the commissioners we're going to put a meeting
You
together.
don't need to ask me, you know what.
I know, and maybe this is the time that we're gonna be able to get to it. Same thing with the county council, the city, gonna try and just set in as best as possible. We all can't be everywhere all the time. But just trying to see some of the things some of the consensus that you guys are hearing from the community. We'll put out some surveys. I have an unofficial feeling that it's gonna happen fast again, like the last one did. We'll get about 6 months to actually put something in place, something together. So I think it's better that we start now with some of those items, areas that you guys want to address as the county, along with the city, we do that collectively. So I know community center, youth center is, I think, high on everyone's list. And now that if it is the case that these are state funds, then that makes that more of an opportunity for us than it was with the federal funds. That's kind of where I'm at. So might has any big ideas, I guess, give me a call or an email, and we'll start that collection process. That's all.
Okay. Thank you, guys. So standing in for Tim in his absence will be Alex.
It's the jack of all trades. The only update that Tim had, the fairgrounds, the advertisements for bids, that's gonna be in the paper today. It's gonna run for 2 consecutive weeks. And bid opening will be at our next meeting. And then on the courthouse windows, courthouse windows, I think they've got quotes from architects. And we'll bring it up at a future meeting. So that's all to that.
Okay. Anyone else have anything? Nobody? Everybody being shy? Nikki, you don't have anything? Well, that's a nerd. Guess we'll move on to the boring stuff. Do I have a motion to approve prior minutes?
I'll make a motion to approve.
I will second that. All those in favor? Do I have a motion to sign payroll claims?
I'll make a motion to sign.
I'll second that. All those in favor? Leave it already, right?
Well, I don't think you guys have more to do, have you?
No, not really.
Okay, I'll catch y'all later.
See you, buddy.
Yeah, I think we'll sign earlier.
Well, that's fine. Is that it? That's I have one quick question for you. Okay. Responsibilities that you don't have to write down there. You have these. All right. So is this for writing and handwriting? Okay. You're blowing. You're shaking that, or whoever's shaking it, can you sign off on it? So that when it gets to me, I know it's been checked. Or- Okay. Okay. If you do that, that would be great. Honestly, you kind of need to do it on all these ones that are handwritten. Because I have no idea unless someone's checked it. So how do these do I verify each other? No, but you still have to sign off saying that they work in the hours. So we have, do we have any more? Okay, so that could change. You maybe know that's the one is the 25th.
We will move the line.
Is there any of those items signed?
No, this is.
Did you have anything else, Alex? Nothing? No. Dude, that was just not paying. Only highway, other county highway.
Yeah, that's where I watched it. I watched
Is someone making a personal statement to me or what? We'll see if this.
Taking her what? Oh, she asked you to? This is pretty much over. Is she on the beach?
Huh?
It's overrated.
Billy, did you have anything? John, you got anything? Hang on, get it to recycle center? Okay. I will second that. All those in favor? We adjourn.
Tessa, we've adjourned.